Hello and welcome. My name is Mr. Eugene Park. I am the principal here at Russell Knight Elementary School, and I just wanted to give a warm welcome to all of our families of incoming kindergartners. We are so excited to get to know your child or your children, and you as well as a family. So let me tell you a little bit about myself before we get into our presentation. I am someone who's very familiar with Cherry Hill. I taught in Cherry Hill for 10 years and at the elementary level. And so I taught in multiple buildings. I was at Woodcrest. I started there, then moved to Bret Hart, and then I moved to Sharp Elementary School, where I had an opportunity to teach in the same grade level as my wife, which was really an incredible experience for both of us. And then at some point, I made a decision to move into leadership and administration, and left Cherry Hill to go to Camden as an assistant principal. And then I also served as an assistant principal in Southampton School District. Then finally had the great opportunity to come back to Cherry Hill. And for me, that was my dream job, to be back in Cherry Hill, to be a principal in Cherry Hill, to be able to invest back into a community that poured into me. And I have to say that being principal of A. Russell Knight, ARK, has been the greatest job that I've had thus far. And when people ask me about Russell Knight, and what my experience has been, I often tell them that I've just been very fortunate because I have the trifecta. We have incredible students. We have a staff that is second to none. And we have a community, PTA and families that are involved and support the work that we want to do and partner with us to provide the best educational experience that we can for the children that come through this building. And so tonight, we will give you some information about our full day kindergarten experience. And we're going to share information as if we would go back to school next year in September, like we typically would. Obviously, if there were changes to that due to COVID-19, you will be provided with that information, and we will give you details about what that would look like if it wasn't a typical start to a typical beginning of the school year experience. So before you get to meet our teachers, I'm going to just briefly introduce them. So these are our kindergarten classroom teachers this year. That could change, but this is who we have at this point. We have Mr. Vince Angelucci. He is our kindergarten first and second grade multi-year teacher, self-contained classroom. We have Ms. Rachel Glass as well as Ms. Lainey Leapow. They work in our co-teaching classroom as a pair. And then Ms. Rebecca Forrest and Ms. Carissa DeCenzo are in the general education single teacher classroom. And they joined us last year, so this will be their second year. This is an incredibly strong and highly functional team. They really feed off of each other, making each other better. And at the end of the day, making the experience for your child and any kindergartner who comes through this building makes it an incredible experience for them as well. I would be remiss if I did not also introduce a couple other staff members who are support staff, and they are not in the classroom. They don't have a homeroom or a classroom that they're teaching in all day, but they're a huge support for our teachers and for our students. So they will definitely be interacting with you and your child. Ms. Pennington is our literacy teacher coach. Ms. Rickensrud, or Ms. Rick, is our school counselor, and Ms. Hawthorne is our school nurse. And you'll definitely get to hear about what they do and their role in our school in this presentation as well. So with that said, I would like to introduce Ms. Lainey Leapow, one of our kindergarten teachers, and she will tell you a little bit about full day kindergarten.